All right, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, children of all ages, welcome to Suds News. I am Vinnie, along with Angela, as always. And boy, do we have a week of GH to go over. Angela, how are you tonight?
I'm good, but I'm going to be honest. I could do an entire show on just today, on just a certain part of today. But I'm doing great. How are you?
I can tell you that the time change has definitely affected me. I am tired. I mean, from the loss of hour the other night. But you know what? It happens. Hopefully, this is the last time we ever have to change the clocks. But, you know, that depends. That remains to be seen.
I don't think they're ever going to get rid of it.
I know it sucks, but it is what it is.
Yeah.
I see Susan in the chat. Hello, Susan. I see Steve. I see Annie. Welcome, one and all. Go ahead and hit that like button and share this feed, whether you're watching on YouTube or X. Definitely share alike, and make sure to subscribe to this network and turn the notifications on. As always, we are here to talk all about General Hospital.
Yes, we are.
Yes, and what a week it was. I see Jeannie in the chat as well. And yes, Angela, you can see the comments, right?
Yes, and I'll be right in there. I'm just kind of putting this up on the in the groups.
Very nice.
I'm sending it to the groups. So, but yes, I will be right in the comments. Hold on.
All right, and Donna, welcome. Had a lot to go over in General Hospital. Of course, this week was huge. Also, do want to give a quick shout out to one of our brand new affiliate content creator partners, Phorm. They are a nutrition company that does supplements as well as protein shakes and protein powders. We are new content creator partners of them. You could check it out. Phorm, the number one, STPHORM.suds-media.com, and we make commission on whatever you buy utilizing that link. We are still affiliate partners of WWE Shop. So go to wrestlingmerch.suds-media.com for all your WWE needs, especially that we're on the road to WrestleMania. Also, we are still supporting Samantha's Friends. I will be going down to Sarasota, Florida, this coming May for the May Samantha's Friends event. I will be meeting quite a number of General Hospital and the Bay actors. Again, some of the different names than last time, but I'm happy to be going down there and happy to support Samantha's Friends. If you want to continually support Samantha's Friends, if you go to our merch shop, which is on Spreadshop, so it's merch.suds-media.com, you can buy one of our doggy cuddle buddies or doggy bandanas. I have the teddy bear here, but you can get the dog one or the doggy bandana, and proceeds from those sales will go directly to Samantha's Friends to continually support Samantha's Friends. Also, I do want to go ahead and point out that we are still running our monthly giveaways for Suds and Squared Circle Media t-shirts. All you have to do to enter is give us a super chat, whether it's a super chat, a super thanks, or a super sticker. It will support the network, but also enter you into a drawing every month to win a Suds and Squared Circle t-shirt. All you have to do is click that little box with the $sign right below our video here on YouTube, and that is how. And you choose however much you feel like you want to donate and support. So that's how you enter. It could be $2, it could be $20, it could be $200, which would be nice and help support the network. Either way, whatever you want to help support the network, you go right ahead and you have a chance to win a Suds and Squared Circle Media t-shirt as well. Last but not least, programming note coming up this week on Suds and Squared Circle Media. As always, for those of you on Facebook, LinkedIn, and Twitch, this show will re-air and replay tomorrow and then go up to the RSS feed. On Thursday at 12 noon will be the next episode of Dockside at the Bay, as we're getting into season number 8. And then this coming Sunday night will be the next episode of Booked Beyond Reality. We are working on a fantastic season finale for Booked Beyond Reality. So keep watching that as well as more. We're working on the next episode of Pop Culture Time Machine. We had a little bit of miscommunication last week, but that's all right. It happens.
A little bit of miscommunication. My messed up phone that sends texts when it wants to. I get like doctor's office notifications like the day after the appointment.
Oh, jeez.
My phone's just like, I don't know. We'll see. So yeah.
Aisha, I see you in the chat as well. We will get to the chat and get to the main topic as well. One more quick note. Next Monday night, Stone Cold Steve Austin Day, March 16th, 3/16. We will be having our Soap Stars March Madness kickoff show where we will go ahead and let everybody know the brackets for this year's Soap Stars March Madness that's going to be happening concurrently with the NCAA's March Madness tournament. We will be doing it a little differently this year. We've decided to take the Bay out of the competition because as Kim and I go through Dockside at the Bay, we're technically doing a rewatch podcast as the Bay is not like a daily show like the rest of the soap operas. So we've decided to take them out. GH and Days of Our Lives will still have their full 16 entries, 16 people. Excuse me. And then for CBS shows, because they're all in the same universe, we've decided that the two quadrants of the bracket will be for Beyond the Gates and Y&R. Each of those shows will have 12 entries, and Bold and the Beautiful will have 8. Four of them will be in the Beyond the Gates bracket. 4 of them will be in the Young and the Restless bracket. So stay tuned next week at this time slot. We will be going over those brackets for the 2026 Stars March Madness tournament. And again, it's going to be all done with the Twitter polls as well. But Angela, where should we start?
I don't know. I mean, I know what I want to talk about most, but that doesn't mean we need to start there because it could take up the whole hour.
Well, we might as well start with that. I mean, that's the biggest thing. I mean, like I said okay. in the notes here, we could say that Carly had a very happy ending for the week.
She did, but let's go back a little bit further though, because we have to talk about Carly's whole week. It was like a roller coaster.
It definitely
her and Valentin.
Yes.
So, little Miss Joss.
Yep.
With the gun. And one thing that I like is that Valentin could have had her down like a calf at a rodeo.
Yeah.
Even he could have disarmed her, but he didn't want to hurt Carly's daughter.
Right.
And I love that. I absolutely freaking love that. And guys, I am looking at the chat. I can't type in it on this, but I am looking at it, so I will see your stuff. And so I love that. But then that little girl, when her mother walked in the room, keeping that gun raised.
Yep.
I was like, have you lost your ever-loving mind? And I loved Carly going, are you going to shoot your mother? And then she lowers the gun. And, I understand some of the guilt that Carly has with her kids.
Yeah.
But at the same time, Michael and Joss both could have done with a smack in the mouth.
Yeah.
And, watch the tone you're talking to me, your mother in.
Mm-hmm.
And, Joss was a little bit too big for her britches. And I thought it was really funny how she went on and on about how her mother doesn't have to protect her. And she's an adult and she can make her own choices. And then she leaves. And what does she do? She runs to Jason about protecting her mother.
Yes.
What?
Yeah.
Little girl, Carly's more grown than your ass. So.
But you know what? I have to say, I enjoyed I enjoyed the dialogue back and forth, and you know what?
It was amazing.
I was cheering Josslyn on, not necessarily because I wanted to see Carly get her comeuppance or anything, but I liked the idea, and maybe it's the rebel child in me, but the fact that she stood up to her mom and said, "Listen, you don't have to protect me. This is my choice, my decision.
Right.
I want to be in the WSB."
Right. And I love WSB Joss.
Yeah.
I want her to stay WSB. Believe me, I absolutely love Kung Fu Barbie, what we have going on here. Love it, love it, love it. My thing is that Carly's children overall have a little bit too little, respect for their mother to make me happy. But that's another total thing aside. And, Carly's big thing is that Joss was lying to her.
Yeah.
And Carly gave her many opportunities to come clean. And, and Joss, I don't know if it's a rewrite or if it's just Joss trying to convince herself, but we saw how it went down. And she was coerced into going in.
She was. And
she absolutely was. And it's her choice now, and that's fine.
Right.
But she didn't run arms wide open to the WSB saying, "Let me in, let me in, let me in."
Right, exactly.
Jack did play her. Carly is right.
Right, and Joss even admitted as much when she talked to Jason and said, "Listen, Brennan," and she even kind of said it to Carly too. Brennan led me to Cyrus.
Right.
And I do want to point out Kay in the comments. She's on X, so those on YouTube won't see them. She's at Eden 8. She's delivered in the scenes.
Yeah.
But it's great because Josslyn did get coerced into going to the WSB. We watched it, we've seen it, and it's been great. But she kind of owned it now. She's owned it. She's got her own motivations,
and that's fine. But you want to own it to your mom.
Yeah.
You want to own it to your mother. And her whole, I wasn't allowed to, no. Your mother, no. Knock it off. That's your mother. She's not going to tell the world that you're a WSB agent, obviously.
Right.
Another thing that cracks me up with Joss, I mean, I totally understand Joss's Sonny hatred. I think it's deserved. I don't think she ever should have wavered on it, but I have no problem with her going back to it. But what cracks me up about with her, saying to her mother that she wants, in the WSB, she wants to take down Sonny and all the men like him. Well, one, all the men like him would also include Jason.
Right.
And I understand the difference she sees between Jason and Sonny. I do. Because Sonny has done nothing but hurt, but that has nothing to do with the mobster stuff. That's just Sonny being an idiot and incompetent and a cheater. So, that's those things.
The other thing is she pointed out to Jason that Jason was technically coerced into working for Sonny because he was manipulated in a vulnerable state.
Right. But whether or not, and that is true. Sonny, he was a child-like thing that Sonny collected, like Stone, like Brenda, like Carly.
Mm-hmm.
Absolutely. Karen, absolutely. But at this point, Jason is in his 50s and is definitely making his own choices here.
Yeah.
But the thing that cracks me up about it the most is that the WSB doesn't go after mobsters.
No.
The WSB isn't even an American thing. The WSB is the World Security Bureau, and they're not concerned with mobsters. They're concerned with the big, big guns, and that ain't Sonny Corinthos.
No.
So, little girl, you should have joined the FBI.
Yeah, exactly.
So, I would like somebody to point that out to her.
I mean, that kind of puts things into perspective that Sidwell is a bigger crime boss than Sonny Corinthos.
God, honey, my Chug is a bigger crime boss than Sonny Corinthos, okay? And he gets away with more. He has a better criminal mind. He can plot better, okay? Yeah. Good Lord, my printer is a better crime boss than Sonny Corinthos. I'm just saying it because it had to be said. But yeah, I mean, it was phenomenal acting.
Oh yeah.
On both sides. And I loved Carly with he had the, when Joss was just like, of course Jason told you, she had the respect not to lie to me to my face.
Yeah.
And Jason told Joss that too. Now, I also have to say, I find it, I mean, I also loved though when Carly and Joss were arguing in the attic and Valentin was like, do one of you maybe want to untie me?
Yeah.
It's just like,
yeah.
and Joss's great WSB skills, the fact that he could get out of her ties showed that, he could have overpowered her anyway.
I see in the chat, at 3 great kids are mine says, phew, glad I didn't give up GH for Lent. And that's probably
right. Amen. Right. And Carly and Annie said, Carly says she has a tattoo on her head that Joss, and that's the thing, is Carly has always been very, except, if her kids told her that they killed somebody, she'd be like, all right, let's hide the bot. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Carly is, as much as she's ride and die for Jason, Carly is ride or die for her children above all. And that is why, and I love that about Carly, and it's why I can't be on board with Carly and Jack anymore, because I saw what he did.
Yeah.
And the even if they rewrite everything else, they didn't rewrite the, him watching Cyrus walk into that cabin with the axe, thinking that Joss wasn't armed and just wanting to see what happened. And Chris McKenna actually said that he had issue with that too. And he said on Twitter, he said to me, I was like, WTF, dude, you do more.
Yeah.
So, she could have been killed.
Yes.
And now there's the shit with Michael, with him getting rid of the evidence against Willow. So whatever, that is what it is. I'm not on board with that couple, even though I did enjoy them.
Although, you know what? It really made me double think that today, because the way that Jack was telling Joss that he truly cared about Carly and that she's the one most important, the only person he cared about most in his life.
I believe that. I believe that he truly cares about Carly. However, I also believe that nothing will come above the WSB mission for him, which is fine. It can't. But when her children,
yes,
that's the thing. I believe that he truly cares about Carly. I don't think Carly is going to be able to get past what he did.
No, and I agree
That's
with
the
you.
thing.
And the way that Joss told her that basically Brennan led her to Cyrus is what's going to be the sticking point.
And I mean, she didn't even tell her everything.
Right. Exactly. I love how Carly said, "You killed a man." Well, that was first.
Well, here's what's funny is that Carly hasn't killed anybody.
No.
Ironically, Carly has no body count.
Right.
So, it's somehow. And, also, like, because I brought this up to Chris too, Joss wanted to call the police.
Yes.
And he talked her out of that, but she had a claim for self-defense. It wasn't Cyrus's place. They were both trespassing.
Correct. Yeah.
And she had the pictures on her phone that would prove that she was actually there to get evidence, not just to kill him.
Right.
Otherwise, if she was just there to kill him, why would she have taken the pictures?
Correct. Exactly.
You know what I mean? She wasn't laying in wait for him. And then he was like, well, she still had the illegal gun. I was like, oh, please. A rich white girl's not going down for something like that. Please. Her daddy's a billionaire. Okay. You know what her trust fund is? Please stop it. But yeah, so I don't think that they're going to be able to get past that. I don't think they're over quite yet, but I think at the end of the day, especially because it's going to come out about what he did with Willow.
Exactly. Yeah.
And Carly is just going to be like, so that was really great. I also have to say, I'm going to be petty for a minute here. I know. Me? No. When Joss went to Jason and just like dismissed Britt.
Yeah.
And Britt was just like, and look at Jason, you're kicking me out. He's like, I got to deal with this. It was so funny. So Britt looks at Jason doing things for Joss and Michael as him actually it being about Carly, because it is.
Yep.
So this was really the first chance he had to put Britt first.
Right.
And not only did he did he boot her out of there, he did not say a word to Joss about being a bitch to her.
Right. No, he didn't.
No, not at all. He was just instantly focused. And I love that for me.
Yeah.
Because I hate that freaking pairing.
Yeah.
And we have some tea on that. This might be a good time to tell you guys that we're Zooming on Friday night because we have some tea.
All right.
That won't be spilled here. It can't be spilled here, but I'll tell you afterwards, Vinnie. But we're going to talk about it on Friday night. It's some good stuff.
Oh, very nice. Catching up on the chat, I see, let's see, I see at Emily Reynolds, love Carly. Welcome to the chat, Emily. I see at Chloe Carter. Do we think that Delilah's baby daddy could come back on canvas, or could it be Nathan during his visit time? We'll get to there.
We'll get there.
Yeah, it's a possibility, and there's definitely some stuff that I'd like to say about that. Aisha says, I didn't mind the way Joss barged in and ordered Britt out of Jason's office. Britt shouldn't have been there, and Joss's rudeness for a fair exchange for Britt's constant snark. You know, it's like, I get that Britt is probably the worst at hiding. For somebody who had Cesar Faison and Lisa Lopez as parents, like, how do you not know how to stay under the radar?
Right. And she just shows up at his work. She's texting him. They're not supposed to be at all talking or communicating. Oh, what? You're texting him emojis. You're still texting him.
Yeah, exactly.
She's just absolutely the worst. And and so is Jason, quite frankly. He's not really going to her, but still, it's the same. Yeah. It's just ridiculousness, but whatever. That's fine. Let it get Lucas, somebody killed.
I like how Lucas, I don't know whether it was this week or last week, Lucas goes, what's with all the emojis?
Yeah, ridiculousness. She's never beating the charges of being a freaking stunted growth teenager.
Yeah, exactly. Kay says tracks for her character, not very so likable. I did like her up until just recently when she really is a 40-year-old acting like a
and it's just not attractive.
No, it's not.
It's just not.
No.
And half the time he just looks annoyed with it.
Yes, exactly.
And let me just say, I've talked a lot. Sorry, guys. I was not messing around, but cleaning in an area with tons of dust. So it feels like I just went and rubbed pollen all over my eyes because my allergies are just like a nightmare. But you know how I've talked a lot about Steve Burtoning out in their scenes?
Yeah.
Watching his scene today with Carly.
So much different.
Isn't it blatantly obvious?
It is, absolutely.
The emotion he brings to that.
Yes.
Versus the emotion he brings to his love interest.
Right.
Night and day.
Oh, absolutely.
And it should be night and day the other way.
Right.
The other way.
It should be.
But it's not.
Right.
Now let's Carly and Valentin.
Yes.
I've been rooting for this for a while.
Mm-hmm.
Die hard Jason and Carly, but I'm all for, he might not be Mr. Right, but he can be Mr. Right now. And their chemistry has been off the charts. I was surprised on Friday. Very pleasantly so. Very rarely am I surprised by something. And I knew there was an S. I just didn't think in a million years it would be them.
Yeah, it was definitely something that they were building up to, but never really thought it would materialize the way it did. And oh my God.
Right. And it wasn't like oh my God, how did that happen? You know what I mean? It was out of the blue, but not out of their storyline. It worked.
Yes.
And oh my God.
Yes.
And it was only a split second of a love scene, but it was one of the hottest GH has had.
Oh yeah.
It was like 30 seconds. And
they did more in 30 seconds than Britt and Jason did in 2 hookups.
Right?
And folks, if you're looking at hooking up with anybody, even if it's somebody that you're aiding and abetting a fugitive, which might get you in trouble, but I know who you could talk to for some advice. Are you having problems in the bedroom? Are you having problems with your sex life? Well, I know just who to talk to, and that's Lori. CoachingByLori.com is where you could set up voice, video, or text sessions to talk about sex, to talk about intimacy, kinks, fetishes, taboos, fantasies, or your sexuality. You could talk about coming out and what to expect when you come out. Lori is a sex therapist and talks about your sexual health. Lori's offering all new clients 20% off their first session with the coupon code WELCOME. That's coaching by Lori, LORIE.com, coupon code WELCOME, WELCOME, for 20% off your first session. And I don't think that Lori cares whether Valentin was hiding out there or not. That was a very hot sex scene.
It really was.
Yes.
And, it's interesting because, I mean, Laura Wright and Steve Burton have been friends since the 90s.
Yeah.
So have Laura Wright and James Patrick Stewart.
Correct.
So they really have, even though, they don't, talk, they don't work a lot on screen together. They're still have that comfort level and that, that friendship.
Right.
So I think that those kind of things can help as well.
Mm-hmm.
And they were biting each other's lips. He was,
they were making out completely. And Kay is right. They don't kiss like that anymore. Like that was a rarity for any soap opera, let alone General Hospital.
Right.
Yep. So Donna says that Gary Tomlin directed.
Mm-hmm.
I assume he's one of the stage directors for General Hospital.
Yes. One of the directors. Yeah.
But yeah, holy cow! It was amazing the way they led up to it. Like they had those lingering looks for weeks.
Right, and you could see them. Starting to, because they didn't like each other.
Right.
Before, and he accidentally almost killed her.
Yeah.
And you know what I mean? But they didn't like each other. And, he didn't like her on behalf of Nina and but they saw different sides to each other, especially him seeing a different side to her.
Yeah. And even when she's talking to Jason today and she goes, I hate him. Well, you're sleeping with him.
Yeah.
Like that kind of just happened.
Yeah. That was so, oh my God. It was so hysterical. It was so, I loved it.
That's what soaps are all about. The random hookups, the hate sex, the moment strikes you and all of a sudden you're in bed and all this, like it's unexpected. That's what soaps are about.
Yeah.
It's too watered down.
Yes. And I mean, the look on I really, I've been combing the Twitter feed looking for all of the think pieces on Jason crossing boundaries in his friendship with Carly and being too involved in her relationships in her life. But, he walked in her damn bedroom without even knocking and not a word.
Right.
I'm sure they're just editing and polishing before they go to print to publish. I'm sure we'll see them at any time.
Yeah.
That man walked into her bedroom.
Yeah.
And she even called him out on it. She was just like, but oh my God, if looks could kill.
Oh, yes. Oh, yes.
Valentin would have dropped it. And Carly was in her robe. There was absolutely no confusing, even if, they were kissing, so he knew anyway. But oh my God. And he was not happy. And I have to say, I really loved, they showed him outside after she kicked him out so they get dressed. And he's pacing in the hallway.
Mm-hmm.
And that was a choice to show that.
It was.
To show him, pacing like that. And then Valentin throwing a very classic Jason line when he told Valentin to get out. And Valentin said he wasn't leaving unless Carly wanted him to.
Yeah.
Jason has said that to many a guy with Carly. And he didn't like having it thrown back at him. It was just so great. It
was fantastic. It was just one of the things that we've been waiting for. It was, it really was like I'm going to say it, a WrestleMania moment, that we've been waiting for, months to happen. And amazingly, took place. Like, we didn't expect it,
Mhm.
but it went there. And now, you
Yep.
know, because Valentine made the comment, "Oh, well, you're still with Jack." She's like, "I'm only with Jack to get Josh
Yeah.
out."
Right. And like, on when she was talking to Valentin after her fight with Joss, and she was talking about how, there were good in some people, and she even said, and I'm sure that, like, she went through the list of bad people that are still also good, and then she was like, and I'm sure somewhere Jack probably has good in him. Like, he was like the worst on her list.
Yeah.
So funny.
Mm-hmm.
Um
And Dave,
but
I agree. I agree with you. There was so much horrible social media to Eden and the hate that the character of Joss got. Personally,
yeah.
I was cheering Joss on. I was very happy, excited with the dialogue and how she. And I'm not going against Carly here, but I'm just saying, as a daughter who is an adult, she kind of put her mother in her place and said, "Listen, I'm making my own choices."
And I had no problem with that part of it. I really didn't.
Right.
The only reason that it, fell shallow to me is that she immediately went, you need to respect my choices, but I'm not going to respect yours. That's
Yeah.
that's the thing. But I mean, but a lot of the hate that Joss got had nothing to do with Carly. A lot of the hate that Joss got was because she hates Sonny.
Right.
And she has every reason to hate Sonny.
Exactly. And not to mention, I don't know why people are not liking Joss in the WSB. I happen to really like the change in character.
I love it.
She's a strong female. She's going to be a lead at any point in time.
Well, you already know why people hate it. We've already discussed this. It's because she is Carly adjacent. That's what it is. I mean, because nothing else makes sense.
I do like her as a brunette. I do like her with the darker hair, rather than the blonde hair. I think that really works for her. But no, I like the Joss WSB character.
Love it.
It's not the sex-starved teenager that we saw just a couple of years ago with Dex, where they couldn't keep their hands off each other.
But that was realistic too, because at that age you're supposed to be fucking like rabbits.
Exactly, it was realistic, but at the same time, now it's like she's grown up in the 2 years, and she has a career. She has her sights set on Sonny, and who knows? Maybe Sonny's gonna end up being taken down by Joss when the time comes.
And the thing is that, I mean, Joss has every reason to hate Sonny. Every reason. Going back forever. And yes, she has come around to him at times. Absolutely. Because she kind of really had no choice to. She was forced. It was forced on her. But she hated him from the get-go.
Yes.
She didn't want her mother with him, as a preteen and a teenager. Right. She didn't want wanted her mother to have anything to do with him. And, Sonny tried to kill her father and had him deported.
Yeah.
And then was also absolute crap to her mother.
Yeah. And
it is okay for a child or a person to hate somebody who hurt their parent, especially when Sonny's not her other parent.
Right. Exactly. Yeah. Oh, she has every reason.
I get people going, well, they're both your parents and da-da-da-da. Well, one, you can still be mad at one of them on behalf of the other. But when one of them isn't your parent, are you kidding me?
And with Joss so focused on taking down Sonny, it's a good thing that she's keeping that in the mind, because the other person, and how many times have we heard this, where a female ADA comes to town to take down Sonny, then all of a sudden, but I care about you.
Okay, but I mean, they had their sex and now they're never going to do it again. Didn't you hear them say that?
Yeah, I believe that. If I believe that, I mean, they're buying the Brooklyn Bridge next week.
I thought it was really funny that they didn't get a love scene.
Well,
I wonder if, because I've heard that her husband doesn't like seeing, you know what I mean? So maybe it was because of that awkwardness.
It could
which makes sense.
Yeah.
But yeah, so that was really
Yeah, it really was. I truly believe that Sidwell has firmly taken over the role of lead villain in Port Charles. He is probably the number one villain in Port Charles, and I'm sorry, but that means that he outranks Sonny, and
Yeah.
Sonny is kind of floundering at this point. He's trying.
Yeah. Oh, he absolutely. I mean, Sonny's just kind of. I mean, they really don't seem to have a whole lot for him to do because while Sidwell is the big villain, his villainy is focused elsewhere.
Mm-hmm.
Sonny is just like this a little annoying side thing that he doesn't even really care about.
Right. Exactly.
So it's funny.
Yep.
You know, but yeah, so whatever. ABC, baby. ABC. Long live Sonny and Justine. ABC. As long as it's not Carly, anyone but Carly.
Right.
Old Pa Corinthos can have at it. And I love that he's nowhere near none of this. And I really hope Jason doesn't say anything to him. And I don't think Jason will.
No, I agree. I think I honestly feel like it's time to keep Carly and Sonny apart as much.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
Keep the characters and the stories apart.
Yeah.
You know, they have Donna as their child. Every so often you get the co-parenting scene. But outside of that, their stories should not cross.
Or they could just kill off the character of Donna.
I don't want to.
She could go in a limo bomb like her brother, or a car bomb like her brother did. I'm okay with that. As few ties as possible between Sonny and Carly. And the little actress is absolutely adorable. I'm not talking about the little actress before we get a lot of angry emails. I'm talking about the fictitious character of Donna Corinthos.
Yes, of course.
I've been trying to kill that kid off pretty much since she was conceived. So, you know.
Let's see. I see Shauna saying, I love Josslyn WSB and her dialogue with Carly regarding Sonny was relatable to every kid that was forced into having a step parent they didn't like. It's just hyper drama and soap reasons for it. I loved him because you wanted me to.
Right.
Louie, welcome to the chat. Says, my issue with Josh railing about wanting to take Sonny down because he's so dangerous, and it's her job to take others like him down in the same breath as giving Jason a total pass. I don't think he necessarily gave Jason. She gave Jason a total pass because she named him and said, you know, like Sonny and Jason and yada yada.
No, she didn't say Jason to Carly. She just said and Sonny, but she also told Jason that she wanted to take down Sonny. Right. And he was all like, wait, what? The thing is that she looks at Jason differently because of the depths he has gone to protect her mother, Michael. You know, she knows that what his priorities are. And also, you know, a lot of the times he works on, you know, right now he's working on the side of the WSB.
Right, he is.
You know what I mean? He was working for the FBI. You know, she looks at Jason differently. Her and Jason and her and Sonny are two different dynamics, and she doesn't look right or wrong. Mm-hmm. She does not look at Jason as the threat to the world that Sonny is.
No.
Whether she's right or wrong, we can debate that forever because yes, Jason is a hitman, but also she was talking about how, you know, Sonny molded him, and he did. And yes, Jason owns that choice and whatever, but it's still true. But yeah, she doesn't look at his hypocrisy because she doesn't see them the same.
Right.
You know, on this side, there's Sidwell, there's Sonny, there's Cullum, there's the bad guys.
Yeah.
And this side, Jason's not on that side. He's on this side because he's always been one of the good guys to her.
Yes, exactly.
By his actions.
Yep. I see C. Paulson in the chat. Welcome. Says, just no Tiny Sonny. Hello, Money Mac. Welcome to the chat. Mm-hmm. By the way, folks, remember you can win a Suds and Squared Circle Media t-shirt. All you have to do to enter is to send us a super chat, super thanks, or super sticker. You will get to see your chat or whatever on the screen during one of our live shows. But also, every super you get every super you send is another entry to win a Suds and Squared Circle Media T-shirt every month for 2026. Yeah.
No, I was gonna just continue the conversation.
Okay. I see Connor in the chat, but it's not realistic. How did she get the jump on Valentine? Because she came there. Honestly.
Well, and she had a gun, and the thing is that I think he let her do it because he didn't want to hurt Carly's daughter.
Right.
You know, he could have fought her and kicked her ass and got the gun away from her, but he didn't want to hurt.
And then she went ahead and kicked him in the balls.
But I mean, she had a gun, so there's that. But he didn't want to hurt her. I did like today when he went to her. Yes. And you're looking for this. Yeah. And that was kind of his way of saying, "I let you off easy." Yes,
exactly.
Also his way of saying, "I'm not a threat to you."
Right. And I think that's where everything. I think that's where everything gets all murky, because Valentine is obviously in prison for whatever he did outside of the WSB, plus being the supposed head of pikemen when Brennan really was the head of pikemen. Right. And it seems to be a WSB operation. And now it's now we see Valentine almost as the baby face of the situation because, well, he was framed. And now he's trying to get back to his life, his family, his daughter, yada, yada, yada. Hello, goodbye, girl. I see you in the chat. But, you know, it just Aisha says, is Joss going to hunt down her terrorist Uncle Jerry? I thought he was dead.
Yeah, I think on screen, Jerry is dead, but I'm not 100% sure.
Last I knew, he had polonium poisoning, and that was about it.
Yeah.
But yeah, at this point, Valentine is the baby face of the situation. And, you know, now it's trying, although I did think Brennan took a somewhat of a baby face turn today, but at the same time, he does have a lot more secrets. But the way that he kind of told Joss that, Cullum is the head, in bed with Sidwell. He's the director of the WSB, and he's in bed with Sidwell. And we need proof that he's a double agent, and I need you to stay as far away from as possible. It kind of was like he cares somewhat, at least, and I did like how she kind of threw it back in his face as he said, I really care about your mother. And she says the one who got her daughter in the WSB.
Right. And her whole, then you would stay away from her.
Yes.
And he's like, but if I dumped her, no, Cullum knows you're with her. It makes no difference if you're, dump her or not. She, she's not in less danger if you stay with her. She just wouldn't be in your proximity if somebody actually took a shot at you.
Right. I see on X, author Kathy Warshaw says hello. I see a Goodbye Girl says, does Joss know all about Jerry? I don't know if Joss knows about Jerry.
Yeah, she was, I don't even think, she was a baby. Yeah, I think she was born. She was a baby.
She was a baby, yeah.
She never really had a relationship with Jerry.
No. I don't think she really knew him, to be as bad as he was.
Right.
Daisy Flower says, Trina is about to get hurt. It could be. That could be kind of either what makes her and Kai a little bit more interesting, or something might happen. It could be. Because Trina and Joss live together, so if somebody wants to break in and attack Joss, but only Trina's home, she's the one that's getting hurt or kidnapped or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
Goodbye Girl says, I've seen all these Joss complaints on the timeline. Do you guys really think Anna was born a WSB agent? Well, exactly. Anna chose to become a WSB agent.
when Anna was Joss's age, she had already turned into a double agent and betrayed her country. So,
right, exactly.
Whatever. I also think it's really funny. I've seen a lot of complaints. I've seen a lot of complaints about Carly interfering, Carly trying to, tell her daughter. I'm old enough to remember when Anna broke into Jack's hotel room and tased him.
Yeah.
To tell him to stay away from her granddaughter.
Right.
And didn't want the WSB anywhere, but nobody's.
Yeah.
So whatever.
Yeah. Quiet Star says, I like, hello, Quiet Star. Welcome to the chat. She says, I like Brennan as his own character. When he breaks up with Carly, he's going to be hell on wheels. And yeah, I agree that, once they break up the character of Jack and Carly and break up that pairing, Jack will go off on his own. He's going to have a great character. It's just they have to break up him and Carly first.
Right. Oh, absolutely. And I mean, there's other options.
Yeah.
For Jack. I mean, there's Nina. Yep. Nina's got nothing going on.
Yeah.
I mean, there's Nina. There's Britt. There's Ava. There's a lot of options for Jack. Anna when she comes back.
Mm-hmm. Yes, exactly. All right. So we've been talking about this for quite a while, but I think it might be time where we have to hop into our DeLorean because we're going to get ready to travel back in time.
We're sending you back to the future.
And with that, I am going to go ahead and turn it over to Professor Angela for today in General Hospital history.
Okay, so we're going back to 2006. Alexis and Sam were on the precipice. They were on opposite sides of doors. Alexis and Rick were inside the old house talking, and Sam and Jason were outside because this was where her mother lived, her biological mother. And Alexis was inside saying that she wished she could just see her daughter one more time. And Sam's outside going, on the other side of that door is my mother. I'm going to know who it is. So they were on the precipice of finding out. I think it was tomorrow they find out. But today was, oh my God, it's finally happening.
Yeah.
Then in 2012, Carly met Blair Kramer when she came to town.
Yeah. And what a meeting of two soap opera powerhouses.
Yes. In 2016, Anna learned who Griffin really was. Her beloved Dukes. Yes. In 2018, Liz overheard Sam saying that she was still in love with Jason. Sorry, Drew. And in 2022, I still miss her so much. Esme was revealed to be Ryan's daughter.
Yes, I miss
And
Esme.
that was March 9th in General Hospital history.
All right. Thank you so much, Professor Angela. And that today in General Hospital history brought to you by the Pop Culture Time Machine, our new show. We did do the inaugural episode, debut episode, talking about Back to the Future. That is up on our YouTube channel and RSS feed now in the archives. And we are going to be doing our next episode, and we're going to be talking all about the mockumentary Spinal Tap. So that is yet another area that we're going to be getting into the DeLorean for.
Yes.
All right. So moving on. Yeah, I miss Esme too. I really feel that character. If Nicholas Alexander Chavez didn't get the break on Monsters that he wanted, I feel like they could have kept Esme around, and Esme was kind of like collateral damage.
Yeah, but I don't think he was staying either way. I think he was going to leave either way because he thought that he was, as soon as he won the Emmy, he thought that he was better than General Hospital.
Better than soap operas.
Yep.
Yeah. But let's see. I gotta say, I think we finally start seeing the redemption angle for Drew. Now that he's locked in, now that he's
Mm-hmm.
has to take everything and listen to Willow and Sidwell and have to play the part and can't talk or anything. And hell, Alexis doesn't understand SOS. Sidwell does, but he was in on it.
Yeah.
And you know, Quiet Star, they never found Esme's body, so they could have brought her back.
Yeah, they never found. I mean, they still can. They never found hers or Spencer's.
Right, exactly.
So,
but yeah, Drew's. It's good. I think it's time to start the redemption arc because Willow is 10 times more evil than Drew at this point.
mm-hmm.
And the way now that she's going on and telling Alexis that she wants to keep Scout because Sidwell told her it's better optics, that's going to cause some chaos. Because think about it. Willow has to take care of Drew, although she could afford in-home nursing.
Mm-hmm.
She's a registered nurse, so why not? But
right.
now she's a congressperson taking over Drew's chair for now.
Mm-hmm.
So she's still doing a lot. And now she also raises her kids 40% of the week.
Yeah.
And now she wants to add Scout full time.
I know, right?
Either this girl is going to crack under the pressure or she's literally going to split into two personalities.
Hey, she's almost there anyway.
She is. You're absolutely right.
So, yeah.
Yep. Squire says the way that Drew treated Scout and Wiley, Drew can stay unredeemed for me. I mean almost every legendary or long-term character gets a redemption arc after being bad for a while. Most of them. I shouldn't say every, but I think because Drew's going to be around for a while, they're going to redeem him. Once they find out that Sidwell, is the one providing Willow with the drugs to keep him locked in. It's just a matter of who's going to find out and who's going to
mm-hmm.
figure it out.
Right.
Because we know it's not going to be Alexis.
Right.
Which, I'm sorry. If somebody's trying to, everybody knows SOS. I can't think that Alexis doesn't.
Yeah, she's just not paying that much of attention. She doesn't care that much.
That's true. She just wants Scout. That's it.
I know that Carly has something coming up with him. I don't know when, but there is something with Carly figuring out that he's trying to say something or something. So.
Well, because Carly knows SOS because that was.
Yeah, Carly knows Morse code. So yeah.
Because Kevin was knocking it on the door when Ryan had him trapped in, where was that, Shady Brook or whatever it was.
Yeah.
So that's definitely a possibility. And I mean, who knows? I mean, I almost wouldn't mind Britt figuring it out. That way, you could kind of set that in motion. Britt. And Drew.
God, yeah. I mean, I think Britt and Jason, Drew would be a good, yeah.
So no, I know that Daisy's not a huge fan, but I still say they are setting up a triangle with Jacinda, Michael, and Christina. Good
Today
Lord,
was all.
It was.
Yeah.
Just, I mean, it was that girl talk of, you're going to need a good dress and you're going to look amazing in that. Oh, that's right. We almost buried the lead. Thank you for reminding me, Connor. We'll get to that in just a second. But yeah, the whole conversation between Jacinda and Christina today, there was so much chemistry.
Oh God, yes. Yeah.
It was oozing off of them.
Yeah. Yeah. They are just. There's like organic and natural is the thing with them, is that it's just so there.
Yeah, it is. I'm for it. I swear, it's like there's chemistry and then there's just that that over the top chemistry that two people have, and you can tell it goes far beyond just the characters on TV. Like they have a I'm not saying a sexual relationship, but a relationship,
right?
A closeness.
Yeah.
And oh yeah, so and Connor reminds me, Ethan is on his way back. Nathan Dean, now credited as Nathan Dean, not Nathan Parsons.
Yes.
But Ethan is coming back. Is it for Robert or is it for Robert's passing?
No, they haven't done. No, because he's going to be on screen sometime, I believe, in like the next month because he's filming already. They have not filmed nor have they scheduled yet Tristan Rogers' tribute episode or the killing off of Robert yet because they're waiting for Finola Hughes to be back. I would not anticipate it being before fall.
Okay.
Maybe later, and it's 100% dependent on her schedule.
Yeah.
Now, I'm wondering if he is the baby's father.
Could be. That very well could be.
Yeah.
Which means you're going to have another Spencer running around.
Right. Or, I mean, like, I think Chris McKenna made a post today about something about how, or somebody, I don't know if it was him or not, about how it would be cool if he was a WSB agent. Which I would love that too.
That would be great.
Yeah,
absolutely. And you know, it's like a con man would make a great WSB agent. And we know Ethan is a con man.
Yeah.
But we had heard rumblings, you know, about this ever since, you know, Blaze left because Christina needed that kind of rock to redeem her.
Right.
You know, kind of get her back on track. That never materialized, but now it is a year and a half later. And, you know, I'm looking forward to seeing Ethan back on screen.
Yeah.
We don't know why he's back. We're just happy he is back.
Yes.
So baby Delilah, or Delilah's baby, let's put it that way. So Chase and Brooklyn find this woman, pregnant woman, down on the ground. We thought it would be like a dead body, but it turns out it wasn't. It was just a pregnant woman who fell or got hurt or whatever.
She was mostly dead.
Yeah, she was mostly
Little
dead.
Princess Bride reference, sorry.
Anna, yes, Ethan and Christina were very close.
They were, but it was a lot of the times it was just like a crush, and she put. I don't know. I think the whole saying that he was the one who beat her thing, to protect Kiefer is just a road way far.
Yeah, that was really bad. That was horrible. So Chase and Brooklyn find the baby. They bring it to General Hospital. You know, she asked for Brooklyn to stay in the hospital with her in the ER in the room, and they have to do emergency surgery to get the baby out. And then Delilah passes away. She loses too much blood. She's just not able to recover, and she's dead. So now the baby's in NICU, 7 months or 2 months premature. And now they're trying to find the next of kin. So could it be Ethan's baby? Could it be Nathan's baby? You know, we still don't know. I mean, the timeline kind of fits up 7 months and then. Yeah.
I had wondered with Nathan if he was going to, you know, see her picture or something and be like, oh my God. Yeah.
You know, that could have jogged a memory.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's still something that's going to be, you know, looked at. I mean, the good part is that we can't predict it. I like
we know that Chase and Brooklyn are going to want to adopt that baby.
Yes, we are. We know that. As long as Chase gets, you know, Willow out of his mind.
Shush. Hold on. Yeah.
But yeah, it's. They're going to want to adopt the baby because they're not going to find it. I mean, that could cause some friction there, especially Ethan coming back and Ethan's, you know, close to the Spencer clan, and by way, by proxy, that brings Tracy into it. So,
Yeah.
Who knows? We'll see. We'll see how that goes on. Let's see.
There was something else I wanted to touch on. A couple
Yep.
other things I wanted to touch on with the Josslyn and Carly scenes.
Sure.
Okay. So I really loved her, giving, she kind of took herself out of the running to make him put Britt first.
Yeah. Yep.
And he was just like, oh, yeah, about the, okay. And then when she told him that this time it's not going to be Josslyn and Carly against the world, he was just shut that down with a quickness.
Yes, he did.
Always us against the world.
Yeah.
He does not like this at all.
No,
at all.
Yeah.
And he had to be reminded of Britt.
Of course. Yeah,
This
the
is
girls
beautiful.
you're sleeping with on this, out there.
Yeah.
Yeah. But yeah, that's.
Yeah. Sorry. Go ahead.
So Shauna says he could have confiscated things from her purse. That ID could be connected to him or Sidwell, trafficking, etc. It's true.
It's true, but we saw him open the purse,
and there was nothing there.
There was nothing in there.
Right. Exactly.
So.
So I mean, who knows? I mean, it's good that Nathan is kind of swirling around this story. So it would be something.
Yep.
Speaking of Nathan.
Shush.
Nathan and Lulu were moving forward with their. So this is the one thing, and I'm going to go ahead and do it for the what the fudge moment of the week.
Yep.
And so Nathan and Lulu are going forward with their feelings. They're exploring this relationship,
Yes.
and Felicia goes up. Felicia sees Lulu and Nathan kissing, and then all of a sudden we see Felicia go up to Lulu and say, well, wouldn't, what would Maxie think? What would you say if, Maxie chose Nathan and all this? We know that Maxie chose Benelli. So I'm sorry. I think that goes quite a ways to say that Nathan's allowed to move on and what have you. And then Lulu goes to Maxie and tells her, hey, you chose Benelli. Nathan and I got very close while you were away, and we want to explore what we have, especially because you did choose Benelli. And Maxie goes, no, I'm happy. I'm glad that Nathan is moving on with anybody but you. And I'm sorry, I don't understand that thought process.
It's girl code, just like bro code. And I mean, you just, like, an ex-boyfriend is one thing. Although me and my best friend from like 6th grade made a vow that we would never share the same guy. And we never did, even boyfriends. And we never would. But, especially like a husband, father of your child, that's just too, yeah.
I don't know. I personally don't find a problem with it because it's, at least they're going to be happy. That's, and let them figure it out for themselves and whatever. That's my thought. I've never believed in a bro code or any of that stuff because you know what?
Yeah.
If two people are meant to be together, they're meant to be together regardless. But it sounds like your dog seems to have a very big opinion on it.
Yes. Yeah.
But yeah, so with this whole idea about
Okay.
Nathan and Lulu, and then Maxie goes to tell Dante.
Yeah, that was really funny. Well, she didn't go to tell Dante. She thought Dante already knew and was going to commiserate.
Oh, that's right. Yeah.
But yeah. Pull yourself. I will hold you too. No, he doesn't want me to hold him. He just doesn't want me to hold him.
Right, of course. Daisy says, didn't they fight over Johnny?
I don't know that they fought over Johnny as much, but I mean, Maxie never slept with Johnny, but she did kiss him, and they had like a little, flirtation thing. And Lulu didn't love it.
Right.
So.
I don't know. I've never believed in that stuff, but
But also, it's a soap opera.
Of course.
There has to be, nobody can say, yeah, fine, great. Let's be happy and have no drama.
Of course. No, you're right. It is. It is a soap opera. But yeah. Quiet Star says, I get why Maxie's upset, but Lulu and Nathan get to move on. Maxie can't have both Spinelli and Nathan.
Right.
So, exactly.
And I did like how Maxie said that, or how Lulu said that to Felicia.
Yeah.
That Maxie doesn't get to have both of them.
Right. No, exactly. And that's my point.
Yeah.
So either way, it was, it was a very awkward scene in the in the police commissioner's office today.
Yeah.
And that whole thing.
And Dante isn't talking about it, but he's not happy about it either.
Yeah. Exactly. He's not not happy, but he's also not talking right now. Let's see if Nathan and Dante get to go have that beer. Annie says, but Nathan is not Nathan. Nathan is Nathan. I mean, they apparently dug up the grave and there was no body there. So Nathan is Nathan. Maybe mind map, maybe memory loss. Who knows? But we'll see what that comes out to be. But folks, that was your What the Fudge moment of the week, brought to you by What the Fudge Homemade Confections. If you're in the New Haven, Connecticut area, or traveling through or in Connecticut and get a drop off at a drop point, you can try the best fudge on the planet. I just had some of it yesterday. She's working on different flavors and different ways of doing things. She's going to be doing a lot of stuff coming up in the next year. She's getting set up for plenty of fairs and festivals coming up this next year. My favorite is the birthday celebration fudge, but and also the chocolate lemon. You can't go wrong with chocolate lemon as well. But folks, you could easily check it out. And she has great biscotti too. So What the Fudge Homemade Confections, so whatthefudgect.com or facebook.com/whatthefudgect. Check it out. Use the promo code SUDS for 10% off your order. If you're in the area or traveling through, definitely set it up. Can't ship. It's made in a cottage kitchen in Connecticut, but reach out. If you want to try some, we'll try to make it work for you. Again, that's whatthefudgect.com or facebook.com/whatthefudgect, promo code SUDS for 10% off your order.
It's worth it.
Yes, it definitely is.
It is worth it.
So they're trying to come up with squash names in the chat. Luthan or Luna. I mean, I would go with Luna, but that's
I like Luna.
I mean, that's like an ode to Luna Vachon. But that's my wrestling brain, of course. And folks, I do want to say that there's been a lot of stuff going on in wrestling in the past week, especially coming out of Real American Freestyle. Giorgio Poulos and Armin Zarukian got into a big fight, and it's not scripted because it's not WWE style wrestling; it's freestyle wrestling. But they are going to run it back and have a big rematch on RAF 07 coming up in 2 weeks in Tampa. So if you are a freestyle wrestling fan, go ahead and check that out on Fox Nation. And then our show, Freestyling on Real American Freestyle. All right. So moving on here, how about the throwaway scene between Spencer and Emma, or I'm sorry, not Spencer, Gio and Emma and Kai.
Brina and Kai. Yeah, that was just, I think, they're trying to fill minimums.
Air dates.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
And it turned out to be Trina's birthday.
Kai's birthday.
No, Kai's birthday. And actually today is Jen's Austin Astrup's birthday as well. So happy birthday to him. Let's hope he gets a better some kind of movement.
I wonder if this was supposed. I wonder if it was supposed to air on his actual birthday.
Could be.
Because I know somebody said the other day that, like, somebody posted. I don't know if any of you. I'm sure some of you caught it. Somebody had posted that, you know, them having the the Joss and Carly confrontation on a Thursday tells them everything they need to know about the powers that be's feelings for the story. And Chris McKenna chimed in and said, it wasn't originally supposed to air on a Thursday with the preemptions. We've had a few preemptions plus them adding in Tony Geary's episode. Yeah. It moved things.
Yeah.
And then it turned, you know, he was just trying to inform people and it turned into this whole brouhaha, but whatever. So it's possible that scene was supposed to air on his actual birthday. I don't know.
It could be. I mean, either way, it's still, you know, it's still great that they kind of, now we know a birthday for Kai and that Trina knows how to sing.
Yeah.
I could this be the road to get Gio back into playing music?
Possibly. It's totally possible. And I mean, Chase is working his way towards needing a new damn career too.
That's true. He is. I mean, who knows? They could seriously bring L&B Records full form now.
Oh, yes. And bring Brenda back for her boo.
Yes.
Bring Brenda back for her boo. And then they can, you know, go on tour with the new acts.
Well, goodbye, girl. You're watching this, so it is Monday. She says I'm old. What day is it?
It is Monday, March 9th.
Yes.
And yes, I just looked up at my calendar to make sure I had the date right.
Yes, it is Monday, March 9th, which means that next Monday is March 16th, and it is our Soap Stars March Madness kickoff show, and we will be revealing the brackets for this year's. And that's true. Annie's tomorrow because it's after midnight over there. So thank you for staying up late to watch our show, Annie. We really appreciate you.
Yes, I love my wifey. She's so wonderful.
So it's absolutely fantastic. And next Soap Stars March Madness this year is going to be great. Next week is the reveal show. Goodbye, Girl Ask is my birthday on that calendar. All right, so let's see. Okay, so just kind of a couple things quickly. You know, Curtis gives Portia the house, and it was like you said, it was just to say, you know, I want my baby to, you know, live here. You can have the house. It's great. Shauna says private investigator with Spinelli. Yeah, Chase and Spinelli. I don't know. That'd be kind of quirky.
Oh God. Be dumb and weird.
But Spinelli hasn't been that weird as we've been seeing him in father mode.
Yeah, but he's still weird when he's doing the computery stuff.
Agreed. I wish we saw more. I wish we see more of that.
Yeah.
Like, I love Bradford Anderson. I just wish he'd be utilized more in terms of Spinelli mode, not Daddy.
Yeah.
But yeah. So yeah, Curtis gives Portia the house, you know, and then goes over to Jordan, and we see Jordan taking a pregnancy test. You know, I think it's going to be a pregnancy scare. I don't think it's going to actually be a pregnancy in general, but Jordan does ask Curtis to move in with her, you know, so I mean, it helps, but it's still not.
For reasons passing understanding, that man is not worth it.
Who knows? Again, who knows? My wife walked in. It was during a scene of Trina and Portia, and she goes, "There is no way that woman is Trina's mother." And she said, Trina looks 30, and Portia looks 30. So again,
I don't think Trina looks that old, but
I don't
Brooke
either.
Kerr looks very, very young.
Yes, exactly. Hey, Del J, welcome. Welcome to the. I haven't seen you in a while, so I hope you're doing well. I think they want to try and make Curtis more likable, but it's not working for me.
Yeah.
No, it's not working for me either.
Louie, I think that's possible that it's menopause.
Yeah, it could be.
I think that, you know what I mean? And that could be an interesting, you know what I mean? Jordan being sad that her and Curtis can't have a baby is, whatever.
Right.
But
Yeah.
or they'll do that, she loses the baby and then goes crazy and
yeah, could be. I mean, something to soup it up a little bit.
Yeah, we're just poking them with a stick. Do something.
Yeah, exactly.
Do something. Be interesting.
Yes. Not too much interest there.
Yeah.
So we'll go back to the whole Nathan and Lulu thing when Nathan gets bombarded by Liesl and Nina and then
Britt, yeah.
My wife didn't watch that part. She doesn't usually pay attention, Annie, so she doesn't pay attention to it too much. When I'm watching GH, either she's not home because I usually watch it right when I get home from work, or if I'm watching the Hulu version, she's playing Sims on her computer or reading a book, and she's just not paying attention. So
she's like, my husband's watching his stories.
Yeah, basically. I mean, there was a time where, I've said it before, I'm like an Italian housewife. I have to watch my soaps, make my sauce, and then shave my mustache. So it's, it happened. Del J says maybe Jordan had a one-night stand with Zeke. Please bring him back. I heard he was supposed to be coming back at some point.
He is supposed to be coming back. I just don't know when.
Yeah. So. So yeah, let's see. So Nathan gets bombarded by Nina and Liesl.
Well, it was really Liesl bombarding him, and then Nina tries to defend him, and Liesl takes her little shot at Willow, which I thought was hysterical.
Yeah, exactly. But Liesl's going out of the country. She's taking a trip. Was it to Australia?
I don't know where. Copenhagen, something like that. She was going somewhere with.
Oh, Copenhagen.
Yeah, I think it was Copenhagen. It was for a medical conference.
Yeah. It's amazing that she's still practicing medicine.
I know, right? It's insane that either her or Britt could be allowed to have a medical license, but here we are.
Right. But yeah. So Liesl's heading out. Liesl's, of course, wants Maxie and New Zealand. I was right.
Okay.
He said New Zealand. Yeah, I thought it was down under somewhere. So Liesl wants Maxie and Nathan back together. Nathan says she chose Spinelli. And, it is what it is. And then Britt comes in, and all of a sudden Liesl's got her tail between her legs, saying, "I've realized that that Nathan can make his own decisions."
Right.
And, there's still that animosity.
But it's also because she thinks there's no way in hell it's ever going to work out.
Right. Of course.
So, yeah. Oh, yeah. She has not taken her foot off of Britt's neck.
No, not at all.
And I'm fine with that. Yeah, especially because she's like, look, I'm evil. I'm an evil mother. There is no reason you couldn't have told me.
Right, exactly.
And I'm a doc. I could have helped with whatever this research is.
Yeah. Oh, God. Just so much stuff. And sometimes you look at it and you really think about the recurring contracts and stuff. Because, Liesl could have easily been involved with this whole thing, but maybe she just doesn't have the time to be that involved.
They brought them both back around the same time.
Right, but not signing
they could have
contract compared to Britt,
I know, but I think that, if they had wanted to do it, I think Kathleen Gotti would have, but whatever, it's fine. It's, you know what I mean? They just,
No, you're absolutely right. But yeah. Let's see. Have we missed anything? Dante asking Elizabeth. Oh no, that was last week. Not much. Oh well, how do you feel about Charlotte being an intern with Nina? That's going to cause some nice dialogue. I mean, you can already see Charlotte kind of being a little snarky towards Nina.
Oh, absolutely, especially with what she overheard today.
Yes,
because she overheard, what's going on with Nina and Jack.
Right. And
in true Spencer, it really makes sense that kid's evil being Spencer and Cassadine.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
It totally tracks. But I think that she's going to try to find a way to use that to her advantage.
Oh, of course. And that actress, what's her name, Bluesy Burke, as a teenager, she has the total resting bitch face.
Oh God, yes.
Like seriously, it's just a typical teenager. Yeah. Typical teenager.
Absolutely.
They did have a scene with Charlotte and Danny.
Yeah.
Last week where they meet outside, they meet out somewhere else and they discuss the relationship that they should or shouldn't have, and then they kiss again.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, Del J, you missed a lot of juicy stuff from the beginning, so definitely after this airs, or you could watch the replay tomorrow on Facebook or LinkedIn or Twitch if you so choose. But yeah, it'll be up. You missed a lot of juicy stuff from the beginning. And there is a Zoom this coming Friday from Angela.
I will be hosting a Zoom this Friday. We got some nice fun behind the scenes tea to discuss.
The party that Carly and Sid will host is that where Jason gets hurt or leaves. I think Jason's probably going to end up going to rescue Anna. I think that might.
Yeah, I don't think that I don't know why Jason would be at that party. Right. Carly was supposed to be bringing Jack.
Yeah.
Jason's thing is he's trying to, he might try to break in at that time to try to find the medicine or something, but.
Right.
Yeah. And that could be where he gets kidnapped, but I don't know. We still have a while before he's gone.
Right, because he filmed well into April.
Well, I was told that it was going to be late April. He said that it was late March, but honestly, I'm not sure I believe him because he doesn't pay attention to those things usually.
Right. Del J says, how do I get the Zoom info? I'm not on Twitter. Go ahead and just let us know.
Are you on Facebook?
Del J, are you on Facebook? Let us know.
If you have Facebook, you can message me at Angela Ryan Duncan on Facebook.
Or Instagram or
Instagram. My email is bklsmum@gmail. So you can email me. BKL's mom. Yeah.
BKL's mom.
BKLSMUM. Yeah.
I just went ahead and put that in the chat. So you can go ahead and do that. But yeah, so check. So if you want to get to that Zoom, and same thing for you, Shauna. If you're not,
you can email me or message me on Twitter or Facebook. It's gonna be Friday night, and I'll have all the details up.
So Aisha says, who should Jason name as Danny's guardian?
Carly.
Yeah, I think
that's who. I mean, one. Alexis has Scout. She can't have Danny.
Right.
And if she has Danny, Scout can't be over there.
Right.
And Tracy can't keep up with that kid. I love Tracy and whatever, but she's old. She can't keep up with that teenager.
No, not at all.
She can't. And Alexis has a lot going on too. And I think, Carly was his guardian choice before.
Yeah.
I think that with Scout going back to Willow, it'll end up being Alexis, but we'll see. It should be Carly.
Agreed. Didn't Tracy keep up with Dylan?
Yeah, but how long ago was that?
Right. That was quite a while ago. Dylan's in his 40s at this point.
Yeah. And
Theoretically.
didn't Dylan get his girlfriend pregnant?
Shauna says I'm not on Facebook or Twitter or really any socials except for YouTube. So I put Angela.
Yeah, you can email me.
So that way you can get all the information from there.
Yeah, you can email me. My email is in there, and you can just email me, and I'll email you back.
Yes.
With the info.
All right, folks. 159 people watching. Thank you so much for tuning in. 161 now. Thank you so much for tuning in. This is probably the highest viewing we've had in quite a while. Thank you so much. Definitely go ahead and hit that like button. And if you're not subscribed to our YouTube channel, suds-media.com, go ahead and hit the subscribe button and turn on the notification bells because every time something comes up for our network, you go ahead and get notified. And send us a super chat to help support our network. And you get a chance to win a Suds and Sports Social Media t-shirt as well, once a month, every month for 2026. So let's see. Quiet Star says, I would love Carly for Danny. She would actually give him some structure.
Right.
Of
and
course.
she's raising a kid.
Right, exactly.
You know.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Let's see. Anything else that we're missing or forgetting? I don't believe so. I think we kind of covered just about everything.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, Josslyn did tell Brennan today that she's the one that, took out the power at in the mirror and met Cullum there. Cullum, I should say. So, yeah.
Yep.
Shauna says, I think it will be Alexis and Tracy on paper, but Carly will step in with the Charlotte-Valentin connection.
Well, what's really funny is that, like, if Jason asked Danny right now, Danny would probably say Carly.
Right, of course.
Because he knows Val's there. Right, yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah.
But, all right, folks, I think we're just about done with topics. Lucas and Marco, they're going to have a scene tomorrow, later this week. Because Lucas kind of went off on Marco and said, I need you to be honest with me and tell me everything you know. And Lucas tries to get the medication for Britt. To no avail.
I just saw a comment. Somebody said, not in our chat. Nobody in our chat would be insane enough to post something like this. But JPS putting LW back on the map.
LW back on the map?
James Patrick Stewart putting Laura Wright back on the map. Really? 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 Oh my God. I can't.
She's been on the map for years.
She is the damn map, okay? It's Carly's world, bitches.
And on that note, folks, we are going to end it right here. Angela, where can everybody find you?
As we just discussed, Twitter, Brooklyn74, Angela Ryan Duncan on Facebook, Instagram, showbusiness.com, and my email. Now, you guys have that too.
Right.
Yeah.
All right. And as far as me, you can find me on Facebook and Twitter at Vinnie Suds. At Suds Media is our X account that you're watching this right now. Definitely follow that as well. That's where I post most of the time. On Facebook, Suds and Squared Circle Media is there as well. On Instagram and Threads at Suds and Squared Circle. On TikTok and Twitch at Suds_media. You can go to our Linktree, linktree.suds-media.com. All of our affiliate links are there, whether it's Phorm, WWE, and we have a bunch more. 1-800 Pack Rat as well. So there are a bunch of them that we are have affiliate links for that earn us commission if that's what you so choose. But for everything, go to suds-media.com and send us a super chat. Help support the network. But for everything, next week, remember, is our our 2026 Soap Stars March Madness tournament reveal right here on Suds News. But if anything, for Angela, I'm Vinnie. We will see you next week as we bring you all the Sudsy news for General Hospital. Have a great night, everybody.
Bye.